Because of the woman's domestic car, he didn't give the new girl an imported luxury car to let her taste it. As a result, the new girl directly picked up a baseball bat and smashed the woman's domestic car into pieces. However, when she saw her car being smashed, the woman was very calm. "You'd better look at her license plate clearly. I just bought a better license plate. What's so great about it? I didn't expect the new girl to be so ignorant." The woman persisted in persuading her to ask her parents, "What does this kind of domestic car with a special license plate mean?" However, the new girl's attitude was still extremely arrogant. She didn't know that this action was going to bring her great trouble. Because this car is the leader's special car, the other party learned that the woman was coming for a blind date, so they specially borrowed a car to support her. Not long ago, the woman extracted critical substances from plants and developed an all-purpose man-made blood. This kind of invention benefits all humans. It is said to be the greatest monument in the medical field. When the news was announced, it caused a stir in the medical field. The leader even personally brought people to congratulate her. "You solved a big problem that has been bothering the world's medical field for decades. We all agree that we will hold a celebration banquet for you tonight." The new girl didn't know what was going on. Instead, she played with the leader's goodwill on the spot and arranged a date for her at home. She was going back for a blind date. The leader, who has always been easy to get along with, decided to put the celebration banquet tomorrow. At the same time, he passionately asked the driver to send the woman over. But the woman thought it was just a kiss. There was no need to be so emotional. But he didn't dare to play with the leader's goodwill. Again, he had no choice but to ask the driver for the car key. He was going to drive himself. Before leaving, the leader did not forget to remind the woman that he could call her at any time. After all, she is now the new treasure in the medical field. The woman smiled and said goodbye to the leader. But she didn't know that her low-key and simple image had left a very good impression on the leader. On the other hand, the woman's blind date was invited to the celebration banquet tomorrow night. In order to make sure that the woman would win the cooperation project, he specially asked the secretary to prepare a gift. The woman, who was originally spoiled, thought that once the cooperation was successful, the man's fortune would increase tenfold, and his position would naturally rise. Therefore, the style of the situation was even more unrecognizable. When the car with the woman collided, he saw her wearing plain clothes and driving a domestic car. The leader told her arrogantly, "I tell you, after tomorrow, in Shanghai, even if a piece of steel falls from the sky, you have to believe him. Do you know that? You are from Tang Haowen's company. Since you know that I am from Mr. Tang's company, hurry up and apologize." Not only did the lion ask for a compensation of 500,000 yuan, but also asked the man to apologize. The woman was furious. Obviously, the man hit himself, but she still hit him back. Knowing that the man was brought by a blind date, she immediately called him to ask him to uphold justice. Who knew that as soon as the man heard that he was a blind date, he would directly hang up the woman's phone. The secretary was even more proud. He pulled out a baseball bat from the car and threatened to hit the car if he didn't apologize. More and more people were watching. Everyone started to speak for the woman. It can be heard that the secretary's origin is unknown. "Obviously, you hit my car. You should pay for it." The secretary was even more presumptuous. He really smashed the window in front of the car with a stick. The woman couldn't help but call the leader. Unexpectedly, the man heard the movement and rushed over.